Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is a makeup basket video. This is the makeup basket that I had put together for July. I'm going to talk about products that I used up. I'm going to talk about stuff that is staying for August, stuff that I'm putting back in the drawers, and I'm going to talk about some stuff that was new to me last month that I was testing out. And then we'll go into my drawers and pick out new stuff for August. So let's get started. I used up 4 items. The first one is the all-nighter setting spray. I've gone through several bottles of this. I'm not going to run out and repurchase it right away because I do have some other setting sprays I'm working on, but this is really good. They usually sell these in duos during the holidays. It's like $40-something for 2 full-size sprays, and I think you can use a 20% off coupon if you buy from Ulta, and I think also Sephora as well, so those are a really great deal. So I'll probably pick up another duo when that sale comes. I also finished this Catrice Volumizing Lip Balm. This was in the shade Beautiful Lips, and I dug out everything I could out of it as well. It has a little bit of a minty feeling, but it's not overpowering by any means. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but this is a really beautiful lip balm. I already have more like it. I have one in this shade and another one in a different shade, and I really like them. They're a really good product, and they're like $5. I also unexpectedly used up this Marc Jacobs liner in the shade Blacker. It was one of the twist up pencils, and I had a teeny tiny bit left, like maybe a couple milliliters left, and I had cranked it all the way up so that I could sanitize it because I was going to put it on my friend for a wedding trial, and it popped off and was not salvageable. So I only had a teeny bit of this left anyway. I didn't even realize I was that close to finishing it, and I will definitely repurchase another one. I think it's a great waterproof liner. It's good for the lash line, for the waterline more specifically. I have the Milani Kohl Kajal eyeliner coming in the mail, and that'll just have to do for now, but I do feel like I'm left wanting without this in my collection. The last product I used up is a little mini mascara from Milk. It's the Kush Mascara. I had mentioned in past videos that I wasn't crazy about this. The formula is just okay. It doesn't do anything spectacular for my eyelashes. I do like that it is a softer formula. It doesn't make my lashes feel crunchy, which is nice, but the brush is really big. I end up making a mess every time I use it. Now let's talk about some stuff that's going to be staying. I have this ColourPop Lunch Money highlighter right here. I really love this, especially in the summertime. It's a really, really great champagne-y shade. It doesn't have any glitter in it. It's not sparkly. It just leaves a really, really pretty sheen on the skin. I guess I've technically hit pan on it, huh? Which I don't know if that really counts, because with these ColourPop formulas you can just like shove your entire finger down right away and hit pan, so I don't know if that counts. But I'll be holding on to this again this month. I think it's a great product. I have quite a few palettes here. I have the Most Loved Mattes palette from Milani, the Tarte Linen Bloom, the Sultry palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the Queen of Hearts palette. I'm going to be keeping all of these because I have a couple shades from each palette that I'm trying to hit pan on for my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, so these are going to be staying. Same with this Cover FX blush duo. This is in the shade Soft Peach. I've really been enjoying it. I love the matte side a lot more than the shiny side, but I still really enjoy this product, and I want to keep it out for another month to play with it more. I think it's a really great shade for summer. I have a couple project pan items I'm just going to talk about really quickly. In my 10 by Fall project, I have the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer. I had to repress this, so this is staying. Also, the Jouer Concealer is staying. This Bare Minerals Color Corrector is staying. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe. This Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Sea Siren. If you can see, I'm making quite a dent out of it. This Cover FX Custom Blot Drops, and this highlighter from Wet n Wild in the shade Blossom Glow. And lastly, my RCMA powder. Those are all going to be staples for at least the next couple of months because I'm trying to finish them for a project pan. I've got a few products that I'm going to put back. The first one is the Laura Geller Universal highlighter. I think I only grabbed for this like once in the past month. I was just really focusing on my project pan highlighter, so I'm going to put this one back. Also, a product I didn't use a ton is this Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the shade Honey. I just didn't ever have a look that called for this type of color, and I think I'm just going to wait until something like that happens. So I'm going to put these two back. Also going to put back the Camila blush from Becca. It's really pretty. I really, really enjoyed using it, but I kind of want to focus on some other blushes, so I'm going to put this back. And same with this Mega Glow liquid highlighter in the shade Halo Goodbye from Wet n Wild. It's okay. It's not my favorite liquid highlighter out there, and I'm going to move on and play with some other ones. And the last things to go back is this ColourPop Blue Mascara. I used this in a tutorial where I recreated a Maggie Rogers look. I had fake freckles, I had really chunky glitter on my lids, and I really love how the look turned out, and I really love this mascara. I think it does come off very blue, and it's just a good mascara on top of that, so definitely worth the $8 in my opinion. But I am going to put this back for a little bit. And then the Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourself You foundation, I've used it enough to have a very thorough idea of the product. I talk about this more in depth in last month's makeup basket, so I'm not going to go into too much detail now, but I am going to put it away. And I have just a few more things that I'm going to be keeping in this month: the blush balm from Flower Beauty, the NYX glitter primer, the Urban Decay eye primer, and the Essence brow gel. These are all going to be staying in for this month as well. And lastly, the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This was new to me. Last month I was trying it out and I really love it in conjunction with moisturizer. I think it does add a little bit of moisture to my skin. I think this would also be very, very helpful in the winter whenever I'm kind of trying to add as much moisture as I can to my skin. And while I don't think it's worth $34 on its own, this does come in a duo with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which I'm also a fan of. You get a full size of each of the products for like $40-something. You can use your 20% off coupon. I bought these from Ulta and I really enjoyed both of them. I think that the Hangover Primer will be more helpful in the winter whenever my skin's drier. But for now, I mix this, I spray my face with it like a facial spray and apply moisturizer, and it kind of is like a priming spray and a moisturizer at the same time, and I'm really loving it for that. I think it's a nice product. And if they continue to sell the duos, I'll probably continue to purchase those when I have a 20% off coupon. Now let's go to my Alex drawers and pull out some new products to play with this month. So I wanted to start this portion of the video off with a little mini haul. I'm going to show you some of the products that I have purchased or have come in the mail in the past couple of weeks. The first one that I want to talk about is this beautiful stained glass palette here. This is from Clionadh Cosmetics, and I had pre-ordered this back in May and it just finally came in the mail. It is plastic, like it's not made of glass or anything, but it is kind of like a stained glass pattern, and it's a huge metallic palette that can actually hold all of my singles in it. This is all the singles that I own. I love being able to have them all in one place. I have them categorized by brand, so I have all my Makeup Geek up here, all of my ColourPop. This is from NYX, this is from Tarte. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills ones in the middle, and then all of my Clionadh shadows at the bottom. And so I will probably be pulling this palette at some point during the month, even just to like ogle at all the beautiful shades together, or just the palette in general. I'm going to pull out this little quad from Anastasia Beverly Hills and just pull a couple of shades that I want to play with this month. The first one is this single from Clionadh. It's in the shade Prophecy. This is from my Panless Eyeshadows project, so I want to pull that one out. I also want to pull out Phantom from Makeup Geek. This is a duochrome. It's got a whiter base and a little purple shift to it. I think that'd be cool as an inner corner highlight. I think a shade that I've had for a long time but haven't played with that often is this shade here, Double Date. This is from ColourPop. It's just a really pretty purpley shimmer shade. And lastly, I want to pick this new one here. This is from Clionadh. It's in the shade Morgana. It's a really, really pretty green. And the three shades that came with my Clionadh order are Morgana, Bookworm here, which is a matte bluish green. It looks more green on the website, but it definitely looks more blue in real life. And then they threw in a free multi-chrome. This is called Ripple. And it's really pretty, but just upon swatching it, it's very powdery, so be careful. So I'm going to close this palette and put it back, but it is really nice being able to put all of my singles in one place. And I'll take this little quad with me. This is the Naked 3 palette. I haven't actually pulled it out to play with, and I kind of want to do that this month. I also got another palette. What am I doing buying so many eyeshadows? I don't know. But this is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette. This was limited edition like 2 years ago, and I always kicked myself for never grabbing it. I think maybe I was on a no-buy at the time or something, and then by the time I could get it, it was already gone. But this went on sale for like more than half off on the Tarte website randomly, so I picked it up for like 17 bucks. I think with this plus shipping, it was like $19 total. It was fantastic. I love the packaging. I'm so excited to have this in my collection because I had wanted it for so long. I don't know if I'm going to pull it out this month to play with, just because I have some pretty tough eyeshadows to hit pan on in my Panless Eyeshadows project, and I don't want to distract myself too much with these fun colors. I kind of want to focus on those. So I think I'll keep it in the drawer, but maybe if I feel fancy and I want to do a look with it, I'll pull it out. I also got a lipstick from Urban Decay. It's in the shade Back Talk. It is a beautiful rosy purpley nude shade, a little bit darker than my natural lip color. And it's funny, I just got this in the mail a few days ago, and I was doing a wedding trial for my friend Katie, and this was the first lipstick she tried on, and she was like, this is the one. This is what I want to wear on my wedding day. We're going for more of like a mauve purple type of bridal look, so this is perfect. It goes really, really nicely with her eyes, and I think it's going to look gorgeous on her, but it's funny, I literally just got it, and this is the one. So I definitely want to play with this some more this month. I also got a blush from Buxom. This is one of their primer infused Wonderlust blushes. It's in the shade Seychelles, which is kind of like a nudie bronze. Has a little bit of a sheen to it. Pulls a little bit peachier on my skin. I think that might just be the reflect. It has a little bit more of like a golden reflect. And it's really, really gorgeous. I haven't had a chance to wear it on my cheeks yet. It just came in the mail. So I'm definitely gonna play with this a little bit this month. And lastly, I got a Too Faced Hangover Good to Go Skin Protecting SPF 25 Moisturizer with coconut water, prebiotic, and probiotic based ingredients. And it protects against UVA and UVB rays. Let's look at the active ingredients. Avobenzone 3%, homosalate 8%, octisalate 5%, and octicrylene 8%. It's 1.4 ounces and it's $34 full price. This was actually a free gift with purchase with an Ulta order a couple weeks back. I've only used it once so far, so I do want to pull it out and use it and see if it feels, I'm assuming it's kind of like the Too Faced Hangover Primer but with SPF. I don't know. I'm hoping that's what it is because I love the texture of the Hangover Primer. I do want to pull it out and play with it a little bit more. It might be the sunscreen that I end up bringing with me to Italy. Who knows? So I'm going to give it a shot this month. And I think that's it for this drawer. For the next drawer, which is also eyeshadows and eye products, I don't really have anything that I need to pull from here right away. So I'm just going to skip this drawer. I have a lot of eyeshadows to play with this month. For blush, I do want to play with that Cover FX Duo and with the blush that I just got from Buxom. But I do want to pull out another one, an oldie but goodie that I recently rediscovered. I mentioned this in my Ranking My Blushes video. This is Orange Shock from Jordana. It's a really pretty orange blush, really great for summer. So I'm going to pull this out because it's just like perfect time of year to wear it. But I think for blushes, that's going to be it. And for bronzers, once again, I've mentioned it before, I have a project pan with the Omega bronzer from Marc Jacobs, so I don't really have a lot of capacity to be using other bronzers because I do kind of just use that one every day. But I'm thinking I'm going to bring a smaller bronzer with me to Italy, something with a little bit more of an olive undertone, because I will most likely get a little bit of sun. I'm going to be there for a long time and we're going to be traveling a lot and walking around during the day. And even though I will be very steadfast with my sunscreen and I'll be wearing a sun hat for most of it, I imagine my body will get a little bit tanner, so I'll want to have an olive bronzer to kind of compensate for that on my face and neck. Trying to think what would be slightly darker and have a better undertone for me. Maybe it'll be the Too Faced bronzer. I don't know. I'll give it a try between the Bronze Oliver bronzer and the Too Faced chocolate. This is just the regular chocolate. It's the medium to deep matte one. So I'll test these two out and see if these would be better for when I have a tan and figure out which one I want to take to Italy. And lastly, we have highlighters. I'm using the Film Star Bronze and Glow highlighter and the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow in a project pan, and I am loving the Lunch Money one from ColourPop that I've already pulled out. But I think I also want to play with this Wet n Wild loose powder. This is in the shade I'm So Lit. It's just such a pretty champagne color that I do kind of want to use a little bit more in the summertime, so I'm going to pull this one out. Now for foundations and stuff like that, I'm going to pull out the Hourglass loose powder. I am working on the RCMA powder in my project pan, but I kind of want to pull this back out and try it out again. It's been a while since I've used it, and I'm kind of forgetting if I like it or not, so I'm gonna pull it out and use it a couple times this month. And because I've used up the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, I'm gonna pull out the Skindinavia one. This is the bottle version. Not only am I going to be using it to do the wedding makeup, but I'm also just in need of something that's going to be better for oil control and lasting power, so I'm going to pull this one out. I also purchased a backup of the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 1.05. I have the tiniest bit of the one that I have open, and there was like a 7 times the points sale on foundation on the Ulta website, so I picked up another one. That one will probably be done relatively soon, and so I wanted to have another one on backup. I think that's everything for face products. Lastly, for lip products, I am going to be playing with the Back Talk lipstick from Urban Decay, and I do have a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick and a NYX lip pencil in my project pan. I think those are both in my backpack right now, so I'm going to focus on those. There is a liquid lipstick here. It's a metallic one, this one. This is Cotton Candy from Colored Rain. Both of the words in that name are spelled with a K at the beginning, and this is a metallic liquid lipstick. It's got a purple base with a golden undertone, And I remember really liking it when I first bought it, but I haven't really played with it since. I kind of forgot that it existed. So I'm going to pull it out, maybe wear it in a video and see if it's something that I still enjoy. And if it is, then I'll be sure to pull it out more. And that's everything for my drawers. Let's look at how everything looks in my actual everyday makeup drawer. Whew, this is a full drawer. It's packed pretty much to the max. I can just barely close it. These two Too Faced products right here, I would consider these to be more like skincare, so I'm going to put them on top of my vanity where I have some creams and stuff. So that's going to give me a little bit more space in the drawer. But yeah, hopefully I can test out these bronzers pretty quickly and see which one I want to take with me on my trip, and kind of focus on hitting pan on some of those shadows so I don't have 6 palettes in my makeup basket every month. I'm very excited to play with some of the new things in my collection, rediscovering the Hourglass powder, these new Cliona shades, the Buxom blush, the Urban Decay Back Talk lipstick, and trying to figure out what I really want to bring with me on my trip. My next makeup basket video will be an Italy themed one. It'll be everything I'm taking on my trip. It'll still be the same type of setup as my makeup basket videos, but instead of putting them back in my drawer, I'm going to put them in a bag. Let me know your thoughts on some of these new things I'm bringing in. If you've tried them out, let me know what you think. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!